Right, hi, it's Carl. I want to be as quick as possible with this social media boundary matrix. Now, I've been um, affirming, strengthening my boundaries on social media, and in the last little while, I've been completing, blocking, and boundarying associates, friends, or should I call them former friends on social media, WhatsApp, and that sort of thing. And here's my process. If it helps you in dealing with trolls or people who might not be a bonus and a benefit and a blessing on your life, you might find this process helpful. You might not, let me know. So I'm beginning here with a Johari window, a Boston matrix, if you like. And the axes are value, the amount of value somebody brings to your life, which, my premise there is that it's important that we bring value to each other's lives. I'm here to enjoy my life, and people who can bring value to my life, that's a good thing, and it's reciprocal as well. The other axis here is affection, and that is the regard with which we relate to other people. And as you can see, there is low value of association and high value of association, and there's a low value of affection and a high value of affection. So let's move on to the next slide, and using that. Those two axes, let's have a look at somebody who's high value to you and you're affectionate. I don't mean sexually or physically. I mean in terms of affection, as in you're bonded. You like that person. Okay, so somebody you like, somebody who brings value to your life. That's somebody we could call. That's an old-fashioned idea, isn't it? A good friend. That's fairly straightforward. Let's move on to the next combination of value and affection. And there are people in our lives, aren't there, who are low in value but high in affection. And we could call these old friends, couldn't we? Like old slippers or a favorite pair of socks or long johns or that sort of thing. Okay, so far so good. Now, where you might want to get a little bit firmer with your boundaries. And this is an area that really, I think, confounds or bemuses my wife, Louisa, in relation to who I associate with online. There are people who I value highly, but don't like. And I think I will continue because I think that in many ways, if you look at a good friend who you're affectionate towards, who you like a lot, who you might have liked for a long time, and they are high value in terms of the input they bring to your life and contribution they bring to your life. If you think about old friends, some of them are not bringing that much value to your life, but you're friends for old time's sake. And arguably, somebody who brings a lot of value to your life, but you don't really like, is more valuable than an old friend, like an old pair of socks or slippers. There's comfort. But there's something really good, I think, about the great value of people you don't like, but are still good value. They can bring something to your attention if you can depersonalize and separate yourself from whether you like them or not, which is a hard thing to do, or granted. I think that can be a very valuable relationship. Now, the problem is when they drop into this next quadrant here and they go from being high value. And this is where I found myself with a few people recently, I've seen them as high value, even though I don't like them. And then I've thought to myself, hold on a minute. And this is the next and final window. They're in this area now. They're in the unfriend. They're even in the block category, because you've gone from being somebody who has given me some value, even though I might not have liked the medicine, even though I might have had to pinch my nose to hear what you've got to say, but it's been valuable to me. It's been character building stuff. But then you've just drifted into this where you're of no value. What you're saying is just trolling or an expression of your own need to be heard online. And we all do this. I mean, it's all interchangeable. I will be in this quadrant for other people. There may well be people who want to block and unfriend me because they see me through this lens of this last quadrant here that I'm talking about, which is if someone gets to this is what I'm doing for myself, and this is what I would recommend. If you don't like them and they don't bring any value to your life, and in fact, if they're hostile, in terms of you don't like them because they're actually unkind or horrible or nasty, and they're not bringing any good value to your life that you can discern even from projection or mirroring or something like that, unfriend, block, get rid. Okay, hope that's useful. Let me know in the comments.